Well, it's Wednesday, so all I got is 2 issues of Moon Knight. Catching up. Yeah, poured ketchup all over it. No, catching up with Moon Knight. It's been off and on. Anyway, here we go. Of course, it's all derailed because it had to tie into Blood Hunt, where the vampires took over the world, blotted out the sun, blah, blah, blah. And so what a way to resolve the death of Mark Spector, the real Moon Knight. So somehow in between issues, I guess, tie in with the Avengers or the main Blood Hunt series. I don't know. Next week there'll be another event, I'm sure. But that was yet another one that I skipped because, And it makes sense because you got vampires in the Moon Knight series, but for some reason they weren't taken over by Blade was possessed or some crap. I don't know. But nevertheless, the whole deal of restarting Moon Knight as Vengeance of the Moon Knight was that he had died in the previous series, And, of course, he couldn't be resurrected because Khonshu was in prison on Asgard. Well, as it turns out, due to Blood Hunt, oh boy, they need help from someone powerful like Khonshu. So, hey, let's go to Asgard and break him out. Yeah. That's all you had to do. And so, yeah. So anyway, here we are. You had to read the tie-ins to understand how they got here and stuff. Weren't interested? Okay, so now you're kind of lost in the flow. The narrative of the series is all stumbled and broken and whatnot. But I mean, look, if the events weren't so damn repetitive and over again, and like I said, next week there'll be another one, I might have given it a shot. But anyway, the world is under attack. Oh, wait, this is Tigra narrating. They keep doing that when one of the characters narrates everything. At least this time, it's not during a therapy session. That was another thing that got old and tired very quickly. And I figured once they went through all the cast members, it would end, but then they started doing it again. But now it's just one of the characters narrates what happens this issue. So it's Tigra this time around. So the world is under attack. Sky's gone black. Vampires everywhere. It's bad. And somehow I've gotten tangled up in Avengers business again, trying to end it. Yeah, because you need all the help you can get, Which is why I'm not in the streets on the front lines. Instead, I'm here in Asgard, uninvited. You okay, Hunter's Moon? My life, it was irrevocably altered when I accepted that one god was real, Tigra. I am now looking over a city of gods. It is a great deal to process. Well, why? I mean, you live in a world where Thor exists and Hercules and stuff like that. I don't know how many times has godlike beings like Galactus showed up. And okay, there's a city of gods somewhere. I don't think it would take much. Anyway, I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget how new you are to all of this. I've been at this for so long that I take sites like this for granted. Don't get too jaded, cat girl. If the gods catch the two of you creeping around, they'll be confused. What? Oh, okay. But if they catch me with you, yeah, you're the big bad supervillain. I get it. Your God's damned right. Yeah. Well, who could this be? He's not wrong. Hunter's Moon and I met up with what's left of the Avengers, what's left of Dr. Stretch. It was a war council. And our job was to raise an army, which is why we had Clea Strange send us to Asgard with her magic. They didn't ask where exactly our plan came from, which was good, because I didn't want to lie to them. All of this planning a rip and run on Asgard of all places. Yeah, so they just hoped for the best, I guess, and sent them to Asgard. Well, anyway, we've been putting this together for ages, really. It wasn't really mentioned all that much that I recall. But of course, yeah, you knew he was in Asgard, and he's the only one who can resurrect Mark. So if you could get there and get him out, and you knew people who could get you there, so yeah. Oh, he's holding a crowbar or a cane. Nah, it's a crowbar. Can you guess who it is? But anyway, because I want to help save the world. I want to save lives, but I also want to save one life, and this is how I do both. Yeah, she wants her boyfriend back. Hey, Lila, she wants a boyfriend back. Hello, Father. I've come for you. So there's the door they kept Khonshu stuck in. So all you got to do is open it. Well, they can't because it's like godlike and stuff. But fortunately, the Wrecker has his magic crowbar from Norn Energy or whatever, Asgardian stuff. And, well, he pries it open, and that's that. Khonshu's free, and he can bring, Mark Spector back. So that's how they get Moon Knight back. Interrupted, overwritten by the stupid blood hunt story, but, yeah. It might have worked better had the Vampire War happened out of Moon Knight, but, it was supposed to be this. Well, it was this overall crossover event thing. And pretty much derailed the narrative flow of Moon Knight, which had its own problems, again, with the stupid, therapy sessions as them mourning the death of Moon Knight to where every issue is the exact same issue, So at least, you get a detour to Asgard in this, but it's all the magic and wonder of Khonshu, whose main thing is creating costume vigilantes who just, beat up people like Batman. You would think an ancient Egyptian deity could give them more power than that. But then on the other hand, they never die, at least not at first. So, well, that's something. Well, he's resurrected, so next issue, oh boy, that cover, he's going to take on the fake Moon Knight who has the cooler outfit. Give me that suit, it's better. No, it's mine, make your own. But once again, the cover. Well, the previous cover wasn't misleading somewhat. I mean, they didn't really have to deal much with Asgard after they got Khonshu out. But this is probably something for issue 9, I would guess. This does not take place at all. And it's really only mentioned at the very end of the fake Moon Knight, which really the Midnight Mission already dealt with. That's really the Shroud. And I guess he just wanted a cooler outfit than his Shroud outfit, even though it's pretty much the Shroud outfit, just with, the moon symbol on it. And, I don't know. He was just always jealous of Moon Knight, I guess. So they dealt with that, and now they're going to deal with it again because I don't know. They just think the suit looks cool, which it does. It's better than the moon's because I mean it's all dark and stuff. Anyway, so well, the Vampire War is still going on back on Earth. So now we get the narration from what's her name, Reese, sorry. So you got the two vampires who work for Moon Knight's Midnight Mission. So they say moments like these come in threes. I'm inclined to agree. So, does anyone know just how tough the Midnight Mission is, Reese? Well, I haven't figured out a way to ask, soldier. Mark was going to try to blow it up before it came over to our side, but it never came to that. Well, it looks like it's come to that. Yeah, it sure does, 'cause, what? Oh, there's one guy. Oh, it's a vampire on top of a gas truck. So they're going to explode a gas tank truck, to blow open the Midnight Mission. And, hey, maybe that would work, but we'll never know. If those vamps ram that gas truck into the mission, I don't know if it can take that. It's not going to have to with 8-Ball out scavenging supplies. It's just you and me. You got another scuff in you. How does that avoid them blowing up the truck? It's always got another in me. Oh, I've always got another in me. Look, I'm smiling. No, you don't. Oh, wait, it's the psychiatrist. You're supposed to be in therapy with me and narrate this story, but anyway, you two haven't been feeding since we ran out of blood bags. You're getting weak. So she made some blood bags out of her blood. So mommy's got to feed the kids. This is disgusting. I'm not going to drink your blood. Dr. Sturman's right. If we're going to do this, we need it. You didn't draw too much, did you? I'm a doctor, Reese. Of course I drew too much. Besides, if they blow that fuel truck up on our stoop, the concept of too much will be academic. God, talking to my meal. Ew, you have to be a slob about it. This is why I was a vegan. Well, you're not anymore. Okay, you got a plan? We secure the truck. We secure our territory. The midnight mission is the primary objective. But we don't want them to detonate the truck anywhere in the territory. So while you were talking and airing a situation and having a snack, the truck would already be at your front door. Yeah? Anyway. That was when it happened. In all the horror on a night when I thought I couldn't get any more scared. Oh no, the sun came up. A moment of absolute terror. From the night I was turned, I've been afraid of this moment. Reese, get in the shade. The moment the sun caught me. Wait, I'm not burning. I don't understand. We should be burning. We should be. But we're not. Yeah. Again, this has to do something with the overall blood hunt story. So, because the whole world had been blacked out, but now the sun was coming in. And I don't know, Doctor Strange or the Avengers or both did something. Who knows? Whatever. Don't care. But here the effects are seen within the Moon Knight series and his two vampire pals. Hey, suddenly we're in the sun. Problem is the other vampires, the sun doesn't affect them either, which doesn't really solve the problem, does it? I mean, they blotted out the sun so they could rule the world. But if the sun doesn't hurt them anymore, well, they don't really need to blot it out no more. But I don't know if this is supposed to be a permanent thing. But I guess the overall blood hunt thing, story, whatever, explained it. It's not really explained in here. So they fight and fight and fight. And then Moon Knight and the gang show up and fight. And, well, they win. They have a reunion and all that stuff. And then Moon Knight says, I need a moment alone. So he goes and talks to Khonshu. And Khonshu tells him he wants him to go out and kill the fake Moon Knight. So next issue, maybe Moon Knight versus fake Moon Knight. Yeah. Yeah, you didn't miss anything. So the whole thing of him being dead was just, poof, he's back. I thought maybe they would have done something like, oh, he escaped and he was badly injured and maybe this would lead to another personality or something. Nah, he's just, the magic god brought him back. So, well, there you go. Moon Knight. Not much else to talk about. Then again, we can take another look at Absolute Daisy on the way with Rectangle Man, Witch Woman, and Super Emo. So here's some new art, because the one thing they really want to get across is there's going to be some variant covers. Yeah. You don't really get a lot of details other than this isn't the Dark Knight you've known. It's all different. He's not rich and blah, blah, blah. But hey, you're going to get a lot of variant cover. So here's Jim Lee, his art on the character, which makes him look a lot more like Batman. But apparently the bat symbol rectangle thing is going to be his battle axe. And I guess the blade is normally attached to his chest, and this is like the things that make it sticky and grip on. Whatever. Is he holding a spine? Or is that part of the workings of his cape now? Wings? I think so. It looks like there's a part over there. So I think it's more wings than cape this time around. And then here's the variants. Oh boy, that's yeah, well, at least that symbol looks more bat-like, you know. But anyway, just stick with the Jim Lee art. That's probably the winner. Meanwhile, Absolute Witch Woman, here's her suit. At least her bra looks more like the Wonder Woman symbol. The rest, yeah, no. And she's got her giant 2x4 and all that. So here's her variants. Well, that's kind of pretty, you know. But again, just go with the Jim Lee. Yeah. Oh, and what's the synopsis? There's no Paradise Island, Island, or Alan. No sisterhood, no mission of peace. So what's she doing here? You'll have to read to find out. But the main thing we want to talk about, oh boy, variant covers. So there you go. That'll really pitch the deal. And so finally, Absolute Super Emo. No family, no fortress, no home. Will he stand for truth and justice and the universe way? No, probably not. I don't know. Or maybe who cares? Anyway, gonna get a lot of variant covers. That's what we really want you to know. So here's Jim Lee's take. It's basically, the New 52 suit, kind of, except with mustard smeared on his wrists, I guess. I don't know. Looks like his belt came loose. And he stepped in some mustard. It was really deep. And his cape fades away. Apparently, is it going to be like the Venom, but only in the cape? I don't know. Or is it like a cloudy thing that appears behind him? Yeah, I don't know. Because here he doesn't even seem to have a cape. Oh, well, I guess that whole thing is his cape, like this. But here's the variants. At least the designs here looks like it's like something, if you're still of the age where you think that's cool, so he paints that on his sleeves. But instead, I think it's some indication of some new power he has or whatever. But yeah, it's great, huh? But again, stick with the Jim Lee cover. It's probably the best of the batch. So, oh boy. So there you go. Come November, Rectangle Man, Wonder Witch, and Super Emo. And boy, that's really going to take off. Well, okay. Huh. Is anger Superman's one remaining superpower? Birds of Prey Megadeth is a fierce feast of female. The century of Jenny Sparks was the 20th century, so she's dead. What's the point? Oh. Well, Rectangle Man again. Well, that's where we'll end it. Well, good luck on that, because you're really going to need it. And that's that. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll have something of more interest to read next Wednesday. Anyway, thanks for watching.